welcome to the Typoman video series. This game is not terribly long, but there's a lot of little quirks and things about the game that I think people may struggle with from time to time. I went ahead and decided to start the video series with the prologue, which is pretty self-explanatory, but it's always a good place to start at the beginning anytime you do a video. In this game, you start out as just a circle. It's just your head kind of rolling along, which is a little bit creepy if you think about it that way. But at this point, you can only use A and D, or the forward and backward buttons on your arrow keypad. This part of the game, you really just do what it says. The game does introduce you to some concepts. There are hints throughout the game. In this case, in the prologue, they're pretty easy to see. Evolve, when you put your head hits the middle of your body and it makes the word evolve, you understand that you're actually gaining things and learning things. You still have to only to go forward and backwards. You can't go up and down, which means that you have to hit that platform just right. You can't jump if you're about to catch it or lose it. And now we have legs, which is excellent because now we have a full range. You can either use the WASD keys or the arrow keys. You're now going to walk a little faster. You can press the up button to jump. And it allows you a fuller range of ideas about how to get through the various puzzles in this game. Something interesting I think is a little bit unique in this game is that when in doubt, always just jump off the side. It was a little bit freaky the first time. And now we have one arm, so we're a hero. The second sort of interesting thing about this game is in addition to the puzzles that the game has, you have these quotation marks, which are special words that you get as part of the game, and some of them are hidden in various places along the game. This tutorial is just letting us know that we can pull this item. If you hit space and up, you pick up the item. If you hit space again, you'll throw the item, which allows you to jump on top of the S and go up the ladder. So those are pretty much all the controls you need to know for this game. At this point, anytime you want to interact with something like that lever, you walk up to it and press space. Oops. And if you hesitate just a little bit too long, that happens. No worries though, in this game, you always get restarted right where you were, so you don't have to lose a lot of progress. Sorry, I scared myself. Anyways, we're just hopping around. We see our other arm, but we can't reach it. And now we've been introduced to some of the scary things about the game. You'll notice that everything in this game is made up of words, and the words are often very indicative of what the character is. So on that one, it tells you to move, lets you know you need to move the O. You can kick it by just walking up to it, but really you have to, it'll go a lot faster if you hit space and walk up to it. Sorry. Talking and doing this game at the same time is hard. The game does give you a little time to follow the platform. Pretty much anytime you see an area of the game that appears like it's asking you to go away a direction that doesn't seem like it's the direction of the rest of the game, you know that there's likely to be quotation marks out here. Sometimes the puzzles are a little harder to figure out than others. That was barely. Really, in order to get this quotation mark, you just have to get as far as you possibly can and swing as much as you can before you let go. See? No big deal. Not hard at all. Set you right back over to here. You could also have tried to get back on those question marks, but my experience is that those question marks are actually pretty hard to get back to. It requires a lot of coordination. Early in the game, the words that you create in order to get past the puzzles are actually pretty clear. There's usually only one answer, and it's pretty easy to find. Later in the game, there are multiple solutions to several problems, and in fact there are achievements in the game for doing it in multiple ways. The Doom monster is coming. Run! Got it. Out. parts of this game, it actually helps you if you have to jump. Other times it rewards you for taking your time. So we craft new words. The Word Scrambler. So anytime you have a group of letters, you might find it easy to put the letters together, hit the enter button next to it, and then craft a word from all the options. You don't have to use all the words. If you're good at Word Scrambler, this game is for you. You know, different ways of doing it. There actually are multiple answers later on in the game, but this early portion, it's literally just introducing you to there, so there's really only one answer. And we just keep going. Virtually all of the swinging puzzles require essentially that you just go as far as you can before you try to jump. If you try to rush it and only go a little ways at a time, you're just really going to have a hard time getting where you need to go. So here we know we need a little bit different of some words. Anytime you see a letter kind of off by itself, it's usually an idea letting you know that you can sit here if you want to and mess around with it, but I think the easiest way is to just use the Word Scrambler. Oops. Just use the Word Scrambler to set the word that you want. Gets everything done. Anytime you see one of these wheels above where my little person is, turn is the correct answer for how to get it where you want to go. Turn, also spin works for a lot of things. Okay, that one you can't make. You can try if you want. You'll fall down a bunch of times. So the best way to go here is to jump off. Oh. Wait for it to fall off. Run back up there. Again, this bridge has offered us a bridge in a direction that seems contrary to where the rest of the game is going. That's usually a pretty nice tip-off that there's a quotation mark here for you. There's not a lot of fall damage in this game, so sometimes it's easier to just jump off. Anytime you see some sharp letters at the bottom, know that that is going to kill you when you do jump down. There's no fall damage, but there's a lot of piercing damage in this game. There we go. Nowhere else to go. Usually it's a good time to let yourself just fall off the side. It's very scary, but you get used to it. Doom! Run! And another one. I don't know how we're gonna get out of this. Usually if you don't deliver on the first try. Doom! Alright. Now you have to run. This portion is actually a speed test. There's several of them in the game, and basically you cannot afford to miss the interactive areas on the first try. Walk right up, hit space just like you would for any other interaction. Don't miss it on the first try. Now there's 3! I don't know how we're going to survive. Oh, check it out. The Dementor! The Saber of Dementor is here. Allowing us to get away. That Dementor is our friend and will come to our aid several times during the course of this game. And now it's time to Chapter 1. Thank you for watching my Typoman video. I will be continuing the series, so the next one we'll do is Chapter 1 here in just a few minutes. Thank you.